Well, howdy dowdy, folks. We know you've missed us. This is Jorge Prospector of the Prospect Chase Box, joined by my good friend, Prospector Ron. And this is episode 94, inching so closer to our 100th episode. Thank you all for either watching this live or on a recorded manner at some point Sunday night. It is Sunday. It's almost 5 p.m., almost dinner time. It's been about 9-10 days since we recorded our last one. So we said we need to get this done this weekend and not miss this week. Lots of things been going on for Ron and for me. Nothing much has been happening on Topps. And so hobby, baseball hobby.
They released Dynasty.
Yeah, but
they released Dynasty. That's about it.
They
have Chrome pre-orders still sitting out there.
Yeah. Let's do a quick run. What's up?
But there is a new Prospect Chase box out there.
Yeah, we'll be talking about that here. We'll be talking about that very soon. If Ron unfreezes, there we go. No, we've been having some technical issues too, so we got to get over those soon. So let's do a quick rundown, I guess, of product. I am filming. Yeah, right. I am recording this or streaming from my garage, so apologies for the clutter. Only space I have right now. My studio is not available. So product rundown. Series 1 is still super available. They can't get rid of that stuff. You can go to any of your Walmarts, Best Buys, anything, and you'll get whatever copies. However many copies of hangers, blasters, etc., etc. That's gone by the door. And then Series 2 came, and that's also very available anywhere you want it. If you are going to dabble in those flagship products, do dabble in Series 2 because it has, especially if you're getting hobbies, it does have those black parallels. Yeah. It wouldn't be a bad thing to get a Dylan Cruz, a Roki, James Wood, any of those guys, Colby Mayo, black parallels. But other than that, I don't see any reason why you would want to purchase that product. Then Topps Chrome. So Topps Heritage, garbage. Topps Chrome has been out there on pre-order. I think it's readily available right now.
It is.
If you want it. I think it is slated to release 2 weeks from now, something like that.
I think it's more next week.
Next week? Okay. Yeah, they usually release it a week before the National, something like that. They will likely have that promotion in the National that if you rip it there, they'll give you that magic whatever silver pack. So a lot of people choose, especially people that are going to rip or break or whatever, they choose to have it. If they give their proper caveats to their customers, like, hey, I'm going to rip. This is going to be sliced at the National.
Yeah.
But we'll
rip it live. You had to rip it in front of them.
Right. So, but those packs do go for like $75 cash. So, if you are going to get a significant quantity of that hobby, I don't know why you would, but if you will, I guess that's the way to do it because you can recover some of that. You can recoup some of that money thrown into Chrome. The series the release will have some dudes, right? It'll have do we have the checklist? Yeah, we do, right?
They released it, but there's going to be plenty of rookies on there, Chase.
Yeah.
But one of the interesting things is the MVP buybacks. The fact that potentially you're going to have MVP buybacks, but they won't cards, so you won't have the buyback program. Let's say Cal Raleigh wins. I understand he's not in Chrome.
How come?
It's Topps makes their little cut marks. They want to get these guys in and those guys.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Yeah.
It must be
It doesn't.
I mean, he's not traded. His hasn't changed teams. He should have a Series 1 or a Series 2 card. So that may
Well,
be
but
either a
but
typo.
it's remember the buyback is the Chrome.
No, I know, but Chrome usually has all the guys from Series 1 and Series 2.
No, they
So
truncate it to 30 to 300.
they shrunk it. Okay. Years past has been you're freezing a little bit, Ron.
Okay.
Years past has been 330, I think. So if you're saying they shrunk it by 30, um, wait, you're back. If you're saying that they shrunk it by 30, then I mean, listen, I wouldn't put anything past Tops. We all know that Tops is gonna
I
Tops.
was saying, yeah.
But yeah,
So
I mean,
we'll see what
usually,
happens. See if I can pull the check.
yeah, usually it's a decent product. I was trying to do some research to see. Blink every so often, Ron, so I know you're live. I was trying to do some research, format wise, in terms of like people that are already go to town on the odds list and see like what format is better and whatnot. Because they so we've got the Chrome, we got the Hobby, the Jumbo, the Blasters, the Megas, and there's also, I want to say there is a there's a Fanatics exclusive, either Blaster or Mega, or maybe both. It may be a Mega. I'm not sure.
I think it was a Blaster. In the past, it was a Blaster.
Yeah, I know they did that for Series 2 or something for Fanatics Fest or what have you. But there is a Fanatics exclusive retail format. There's only one. It's either the Blaster or the Mega. But there's no, they don't do hanger boxes no more. None of this product. There's not going to be any. They did away with the fat pack things in 2021, so that's not in Chrome. So that's not happening anymore. I think from what I'm seeing, from what has been sort of reported and analyzed, other than those Fanatics exclusive boxes, which I don't think the odds have been released yet for those, so I can't speak as to that. But it looks like, oddly enough, the Hobby box might be the way to kind of go. But again, this is based on third-party research. I have not done the research myself, or the backwards math myself. Listen, I ordered a Hobby for my prospect chase box community, so we'll see what that looks like. I'm not super excited about the product, but we'll see how that goes. And then, as Ron was saying, there's also they also did the EQL for Dynasty this past week, I think it was. And listen, I think they do that to say that they put it out there. But of every 10 people that I know, Ron, are you there? Maybe. Of every, there you go, you're back. Every 10 people that I know, I won't even say one. No one that I know hit the EQL. So it wouldn't surprise me if they do this just to control, like if they just do it to say, hey, we put it out there. But honestly, only breakers, only Fanatic breakers and people are getting this product. That's the thing with EQL. I mean, yeah, there's audits and whatever that they can do to be under the law.
Yeah.
But there's no transparency. There's no like they don't have, they're not obligated to say, hey, like X number of people got it. No, they don't. So you don't know, really.
Well, like I said, we have Cosmic Chrome coming up as an equal product as well. So that'll be interesting to see when that pops up, if we're able to hit those.
But that's a 2025 product, right? That's a 2025 product, Ron?
Yeah, it is.
So 2025 rookie class, I'm not too excited about that. And honestly, from reports that I've seen, the price is going to be the same or be bumped up to 425, something like that, 400. But listen, as we all know, this market is crazy. Like it wouldn't surprise me that those boxes flip for 600. because that's where we are.
Who would?
You're really breaking up, Ron. Sorry, if you want to go back to your phone, I mean, whatever
Yeah,
you want.
I'll switch back.
Switch if you want. I can stay here while you come back. Yeah, so it does look like Chrome Cosmic is coming up. I want to say there's 3 different releases that should be happening this month or the next, including obviously Topps Chrome, but also Topps Chrome Cosmic. Give me 1 second, folks. Since I'm waiting for Ron, I'm going to use this opportunity right now to blast this link here to some folks so that they can join us on our live as we're waiting for. There he is.
Studio.
There he is.
Outdoor studio.
I'm just sending a blasting out, blasting it to our group. There we go. Yeah, so Topps Chrome Cosmic. I'll be a player, but honestly, I'll be a player to resell because we all know that this is where we are right now.
Yeah.
I don't that rookie class.
Nothing worth opening.
Nothing worth opening really with this rookie class. If something is in short demand enough, then it's worth buying because it's going to be a breaker market for it. And so, as some of you know, like some of these breakers are in our community, or at least in extended community, and they do reach out to see we have product. Especially product that you can get in if you have the wherewithal to buy cases. Man, those cases are in hot demand.
Yeah, everybody wants the sealed case, and that's it. It's like, yeah, I got the box. Yeah, no, I want the sealed case.
Yeah, and listen, individual boxes sell too. I'm not saying that they don't, but there is a premium obviously added to the sealed case, significant premium. I'll probably add 20-30% to the price. So yeah, I'll be a player most likely for resale as a way to keep funding inventory for the Prospect Chase box. That is a good segue to the Prospect Chase box. Making a quick plug, quick announcement. It looks like our first edition of the Platinum, lower dollar Platinum box was a hit last month. People enjoyed hitting some fire packs and the fire pack lineup for less. So we are doing it again. I have put some of them in pre-sale right now. The boxes should start shipping next week. Same thing, same price, $100 right now. I'm actually running a July 4th a weekend sale, $90 per box. And if you're asking what does the box have, the box has Volume 2 has a 2019 Bowman Chrome hobby pack. Those are 2 autos per box, and that's the Cal Raleigh rookie year and a few other players. The star of the show, obviously, is Cal Raleigh, who is absolutely smashing the baseball. It also has 2 packs of 22 Topps Stadium Club. Awesome rookie checklist there, including Julio and Bobby and a few other folks. Chances at autos, chances at chrome parallels, etc. We love that product. We love that release.
Yep.
And last but not least, 2 packs as well of our most beloved 2022 Topps Chrome Platinum Anniversary. This will be a hobby light product. So 2 packs of those, totaling 5 packs. I'm throwing in 2 hot boxes Each of those hot boxes is going to have a pack. We're doing something different. Spice it up for you or your kids or whatever. Each of those 2 hot boxes is going to have a pack of the most coveted 2025 Topps Chrome Marvel, which is popular with the kiddos and people who collect Marvel non-sports cards. So that's a hot product.
Lots of people with those. Keep seeing
it's
these
tough.
ones
It's tough
with
to
the
get.
claw rip cards. They're going like gangbusters out there.
Those boxes are going crazy on resale market. I have 4 boxes. If I could, and they cost me, what is it, $30, something like that. If I wanted to sell it now, this afternoon, I would sell them for like 200 something. It's crazy, 220, 250, easily. But I'm not. I'm opening it to showcase the product, maybe give a pack to my son or something. I see he is a big Marvel fan, and to give 2 of them away. So that's the quick plug. Ron, anything else to add before we
Well, I don't know if you have any pack razzes going with it yet, but that's something to look for as you're going forward here. There's been a bunch of really, really nice pack razzes where a lot of guys have gotten a lot of good hits.
Yeah, no, it's been awesome. I always try to save at least half of the allocation. Not half. I mean, if I have to. It's just a fun way because some of them, not some of them, because I get to do it live and we get to create content. And then people can join for $20 or whatever it is, $25 or 20 or something. Take a shot on a big hobby pack, and so those are fun. I'm absolutely gonna, throw in a few rasp for pack breaks. If you don't know what we're talking about, instead of the usual rasp where you actually win the box, what we have been doing this pack breaks. It's kind of a version of rip and ship where like you get a spot in the 5-spot RAS, and if after we randomize it, you get whatever that pack is.
Yeah. So basically, it's a 5-spot RAS. Each spot gets one of the 5 packs in the box.
Correct.
So you're always guaranteed 1 pack.
Always
and
guaranteed.
If you hit a hot box, the extra pack gets random amongst the 5. So
correct. All right, amongst the 5 spots.
Yeah.
That's.
We hit one the other day. You had to random off the.
We did. We did, and this honestly, and the second hot box is MIA. I've asked. I mean, there are some folks that are not on the list, but so I guess it could have gone there too. But most of the folks that are that got boxes are people that are people that are on our thread in Messenger. So either someone hasn't opened the box, or it may be, or they haven't noticed that there is something saying, "Hey, hot box, DM me to claim" or something. So we'll see. Yeah, so that is a lot of fun. I'm gonna definitely save some boxes for that. Moving on. All-Star Game. Those are tuning in because of the thumbnail, or because of the thumbnail doesn't have any All-Star Game references, but the description does, and the title does of the video. So whoever's joining in to discuss All-Star Game rosters, they have been finalized and published as of 2 hours ago ish.
Yeah, just short recently. Man,
here's the thing. Initial thoughts. People want to hear always about controversy and snubs, so I'll start with that. Juan Soto not making the All-Star Game, as well as Andy Pajes, in my opinion, but especially Juan Soto with 21 homers, 50-something ribbies, and about 50 runs scored. I guess those numbers don't cut it no more.
Well, it's not about the numbers.
And being named the player of the month in June, by the way.
Let's talk about it. It's not about your numbers. The All-Star vote is not about the numbers. Now, when they go to select alternates, it's slightly different.
It is about numbers.
But it is about numbers. So when the initial vote came through, and you ended up with 2 guys, Pete Crow Armstrong and Kyle Tucker, being representatives. Both Cubs outfielder. I mean, Tucker's having a hell of a year.
They both are
having a good year, but are they both the top 2 guys? Are the 2 top 3 outfielders in the game?
Yeah.
But it was the fan vote. How the hell did the Cubs pull in that many fans? Well,
no, it happens. Listen, it happens all the time. It happens every year. I remember years where the Giants fans go crazy. I mean, listen, it's a very orchestrated move from the marketing department of a team that has one sure. This is how I've seen it in the past. If a team has, obviously, the team has to have a very solid marketing team behind all that stuff. But especially if the team has one really solid, bank, someone that's for sure going to make it, they try to rally his support and try to get others that are okay, but they're not great. And it happened. Like it happened this year with the Tigers. Javi Baez and Gleyber Torres as All-Star Game starters.
Torres, I can't believe that.
I mean, that's crazy.
He couldn't carry water with the Yankees.
What was that?
He couldn't carry water with the Yankees.
And listen, he's having a good season. I'm not hating on this. I'm definitely not hating on El Mago.
No,
I'm not hating on the magician. But listen, he's got like 9 homers and 30-something RBIs. I'm sorry, but then again, listen, it also speaks to how strong the National League is vis-a-vis the AL, because that wouldn't ever happen right now in the NL. And again, to Juan Soto's, so I get it. Looking at the roster for the National League, all the dudes there are dudes, and they're all having great seasons. Even the ones, so all the guys that were named starters by the fans, I can put all of them up with Juan Soto, and they have equal, if not better, numbers. Like Pete Crow Armstrong is having a ridiculous season, and Tucker's having a crazy season too. But reserves. He also has bad luck because the people on the dudes on the reserve list are also having great seasons. The only one that's like you would think, but they have to have a representative. It's Kyle Towers with the Marlins. He's having a strong season. I have him in my fantasy team, and I know he's killing it. He has close to 20 homers, 50 RBI. Like he's also having a great season for the Marlins, and they have to take someone now. Do we want to get away? Do we want to eliminate that rule of everyone being represented?
I don't know so much about that, because you'd see a year where there'd be 9 Yankees some year, some year along the future. But also, when you're looking at it, I look at the fact that I've got a slumping Fernando Tatis Jr. here in San Diego making the All-Star team. I no way, shape, or form thought he would make the All-Star team.
He doesn't have better numbers than Juan. That's what kills me.
He doesn't have better numbers, and he is not a big contributor on the team right now. He is striking out a lot.
It's weird. It's really weird, because you would think that one. You're right. You're right, because that's the only player that I could see. That's the only player that I could see a solid argument for the league not to choose him. Right, because one, he's had that checkered past, and I'm not sure if maybe the league doesn't want to give up on that. They did something. They did invest in his persona.
Yeah, they have
a while ago, and I don't know if they're going to pivot from that, or they're maybe banking that he could recover some of that. But you would think that the most expensive player in the biggest market, occupying that same roster spot, that the league would want to, highlight him, right? That if it was between Juan Soto and Tatis, you would think that the league would be like, this is an easy choice. It's Juan Soto. So that one really baffles me. The rest, I can completely understand. James Wood is having
I'm a Padres fan bringing it up here to you. That's how much I'm baffled by it.
Yeah, it's really, and it's really annoying. Now, I'll tell you this. Knowing him, this could light a fire up his ass. And as a Met fan, we may be looking at this at the end of September and thanking the league for this, because if he goes on a stupid run, you may have to listen. He probably will, if he wanted to, be plugged in as an injury reserve. Someone won't be able to go, whatever. But I don't know if he has too much pride to say, you know what? No, I'll take my few days off. I honestly do not know, because I know he's very competitive. Jordan-like, like competitive, and I could see where this would light his ass on fire. I was texting a friend of mine the meme of like the Jordan that, and I took that personally or something like that, whatever the line is. I don't know. You think he would go if someone gets injured or doesn't want to go?
You never know, because it is a spotlight, and if the spotlight's shining, you want to be in it, no matter where it's at. So,
even if they didn't select you.
You got guys stepping in all the time. It's usually a guy who wouldn't normally be there, but it's a spotlight. It's a premier thing. You're going to walk the red carpet. You're going to be out there hanging out. You're going to be doing home run derby.
Yeah. Listen, I don't see how he doesn't go if asked to go in that capacity, because one, he's advised by the best folks. They all know what all-star selections mean in terms of Hall of Fame votes and legacy and all that. You don't want that kind of blip there in the middle.
It doesn't matter on your resume whether you were an injury
exactly
guy coming in or you were elected the starter. You're still an all-star that year. Yeah. So when you look at a guy being a 10-time, 12-time all-star, they don't go well with little asterisks behind it going
right.
This season and this season and this season he was an injury replacement.
And not that he needs the money, but there's got to be some incentive there in his contract that every all-star game is probably $100K or something, or something like that. It wouldn't surprise me. So, that one is really, really baffling. I don't see any other snub really in the NL. And that just also speaks to the fact that people are saying, and I think MLB has come out with like a statement or an admission that the balls have been tinkered somehow, or there's always drama. The pitchers in favor of the pitchers or batters. This year it's about the offense being tamed down a bit, and people are saying that something with the high seams of the baseball, some stupid
inconsistent baseball. Yeah, a couple of years ago, it was special balls for Judge, so we could get all the homers, And this year, not so much.
So it doesn't strike me. Now in the American League, I think Junior Caminero not being selected, it's an abomination. He's
having a good season.
He has, if I recall correctly, he has identical numbers to Juan Soto, almost identical, like 21 homers, like 50 ribbies. 50 run score or something like that, 45 or something, and the slugging through the roof. He's carried the Rays offensively, and the Rays are second place or third place. They're right in it. So that's all I got to say about that. Let me look at the rosters here real quick to see if there's anything to highlight. I like the fact that, we got everyone in there, all the special players, the Ellie De La Cruz. I love the fact that finally freaking Lindor doesn't get snubbed, and he's starting. That's good.
Yeah.
I wish the Mets would have done a little more campaign
to get Alonso was an alternate. And
Alonso's there. But I'm saying that I feel like the Mets should have gone the Tigers route of
and Diaz got in. So they ended up with three guys.
Yeah, three guys. Sugar, Alonso. I mean, Alonso has stupid numbers. I think how he could he not get in? He has same numbers as Freddie, if not better. The Dodgers end up with how many starters? 1, 2, 3 starters. The catcher, Freeman, and Ohtani.
Yep.
And then who else has? Man, that Tatis selection is so glaring.
The Cubs have the two guys starting.
Give me 1 second, Ron. If I don't plug my computer, it's gonna die. So I'll be back in 1 minute.
And then for you waiting to hear about the Chrome again, I'll reiterate the MVP buyback program, which is from the Chrome boxes. There is no Cal Raleigh. So if Cal Raleigh continues on this pace and wins the MVP, you won't have an MVP buyback. You're going to have an MVP whoops back, where Topps is going to be wiping the egg off their face, trying to figure out how they get Cal Raleigh buyback cards. What are they going to do? So I verified their. I was just saying to our friends here in the audience that Cal Raleigh is not in the list of 300 players in Chrome.
He's not for sure. That is crazy.
Yeah,
that is crazy. Because what are they gonna do? Are they gonna accept update Chrome cards?
That was the thing. It's what are they going to do? Are they going to do a whoops?
No,
and have another card.
That means that. I mean, honestly, if I'm Topps, like obviously, if it's somehow, it obviously was an oversight. So that means he's got to be an update. So yeah. I would imagine that if that happened,
they'll change the rule or adjust.
They'll change the rule. They'll say that because it was an oversight, whatever, some bullshit rule, and they'll say that they'll accept those update cards. They are Chrome too.
Yep. So it's just like the Black 73s or 74 this year. You know.
Come to think of it, Ron, you got me thinking. This may have been a marketing play of strategically leaving some guys out of the checklist because they're going to put them in Chrome Update and they're going to be also eligible.
Yeah. There was someone else they had mentioned that's on a tear this year that isn't in, theoretically could be in the MVP voting, but isn't in Chrome. I'll have to go back and research who that was.
I mean, in the future, I could see a scenario where they only put, where they select preemptively some guys and leave them in each league. What's most likely going to happen is that they will expand on the program with Cy Young and then put the Cy Young and the update so that, or something like that. I mean, Chrome is the massively produced one, so that's crazy.
Yeah, because so it's just a funny point to share with our friends as something to think about when you're buying it. Is Cal Raleigh going to be the MVP? Who knows? He doesn't live in New York.
I mean, listen,
or LA.
If barring an injury, there's no way that Judge doesn't win it again.
Yeah, that's
so. And listen, same goes for Ohtani in the NL. Like, barring something crazy, there are other people having monster years in the NL, but Ohtani not winning an MVP, it's almost a given, right?
His defensive contributions have just been tremendous. Yeah. His defensive WAR for Ohtani.
Yeah, WAR numbers thus far. Let me pull them up.
You look at his defensive numbers. There's 0. He's a designated hitter for Ohtani.
Let me share. I don't know how to share screen. I mean, I do know, but I don't want to do it. Yeah. They're too complicated. The WAR leaders as of right now. I mean, there's 2 different metrics. One by Fangraphs, the other one by is it Baseball Reference? I think so. Fangraphs, who I believe is places more value on defense, I think, or maybe it's the other way around, has Judge at 7 WAR already. 7. Followed by Cal Raleigh at 5 point. Are you there, Ron?
Yeah, I'm there. I'm here.
We breaking up? You're still there, right?
You're getting choppy.
Yeah, you're there.
Yeah, I'm here.
You heard me, right? Judge 7.
I do.
Okay. Judge is sitting at 7. Cal is 5.7. And then Pico Armstrong 4.6. Choppy still?
No, you were good. I got you.
Okay. And Ohtani 4.4. So, and Scuba, I think, at 4 points, something like that. But PCA, I mean, as of right now, PCA is the only one who can overtake Ohtani, I would think. We'll see. I'm hoping. Let me close the door real quick. I'm hoping I'm hoping that Bobby Witt has a better second half. He's had a pretty good second half. First half, but he only has like 10 or 11 homers.
Yeah, he's had some amazing defensive plays, though.
Yeah.
You know.
No, he's sitting at 4.2, I think, WAR.
Yeah.
4.2, yeah. So he's definitely, projected to be an 8 WAR player, which is great. It's like legend status every year. Hall of Fame status for sure. So I'm happy about that. But as a fantasy holder of him, I need more homers out of him. Need more steals as well.
Yeah, you know, we need to have another meet and greet with him and let him know that, you know, the prospect is not happy with your performance.
Prospector is not happy. We may have to give him the same treatment as Elio Ramos.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for him, greeting us in May, he wouldn't have turned his season around.
Yeah.
By the way, Elio Ramos, another mini snub.
Yeah.
I can understand that one.
I can as well. He is having a good year, though. Now.
In the AL, you would think he would be selected in the AL. Like, honestly, the AL rosters are pretty whack, if you ask me.
Yep.
I don't see how the NL doesn't win this game. Judge would have to hit a few homers, but nothing really matters. I'm giving some consideration to attending this because I've been invited to a corporate event on Saturday there. But I don't know. A few things have to shake.
Well, you know what? Have you been to that stadium yet?
I have, and I love it.
Okay. That's one of the ones I got to get back to. I've only been to the other two.
Oh, yeah. You have to. Have we not talked about how I got shamed out of that building 3 times?
No.
We've talked about this.
We'll save that for our next episode.
Yeah. Remember, I was there for. I'll give a quick preview to folks as we wrap this up here in 4 minutes. I was there 2 years ago for Frankie Alvarez debut in Atlanta with his team, and I rode on the Mets team bus, the whole shebang. Had dinner with family, like the whole shebang. That's as much as I'll say. And that was the weekend where the Braves overtook us and took the division and left us out of the playoff picture in one weekend. Where Mets scored, I think, a total of 2 runs. I got to see the stadium in all its glory, behind the scenes, everything. Amazing stadium, amazing venue, amazing facility, amazing village. It's what the Mets and the Mets owner wants to do with the City Field premises, is turn it into that village. He has to rummage through all the nonsense that's there, all the tire replacement and mechanics and all that nonsense that sits in that space. But no, that's one of, I've been to many stadiums. That's a place. It's just fun, Ron. It's fun.
Yeah.
Like they were the first team to do the whole play with the light stuff, the system, the LED, and when there's a picture change, like the stadium brought, it's really cool.
I'm looking forward to that one. Yeah, and I'm looking forward to that one. I've been to Fulton and to Turner there, both Fulton County Stadium and Turner.
Those were trash.
Field. Turner Field, stadium-wise, wasn't bad. Okay. It was not bad, but the area sucked.
Yeah.
So
this is better. It's a shit show to get there because it's suburban Atlanta, so there's some traffic depending on what time you get there. But
does the what's the MARTA? I think is that what the Atlanta thing is called?
I don't know.
There's an Atlanta Transit, Metro Atlanta Transit.
I don't know. We drove.
Yeah.
Or Ubered. No, we Ubered. And then because of other things, yeah, we Ubered. It is in Buckhead, though. It's in suburban Atlanta. So yeah. Or close.
I've spent a lot of time in Atlanta, so I'm familiar with the city. And Buckhead's that whole community out there is just burgeoning suburbia, and they've tried to make that area walk friendly. Yeah.
Especially the downtown part of Buckhead. Yeah. A lot of hotels, that's where the team stays, by the way. Yeah, I think that does it. But we'll pick that up in our next episode. I believe it or not, I have a work call now at 5:30 with staff. So I'm gonna leave it here. Thanks, Ron, for tuning in. Thanks for everyone watching. We hope to have more information in our next release about other products. Hopefully, we get some clarity on what's the deal with Chrome Platinum Anniversary.
Yeah, still the back and forth on it. True, in 24.
Still the back and forth. Slated for September.
Is it going to be the 55 design, 55, 56
we don't know.
design?
I really, really hope they don't screw the pooch, because that was the last hope of that class, right? So we'll see. Thank you, Ron.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone, for watching. Catch you in the next one. Jorge Prospector. That's Ron.
We're out.